Hey everyone, it's Robert A. and thanks for tuning in to us today at M.I.A. Mental Illness Awareness Support Group, where we come together to discuss times that we are going through. I'm here, of course, with my co-facilitator, Clarence Jackson, or Pastor Jackson, who's here. Good evening, Pastor Jackson.
Good evening, man. How are you, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Listen, we want to remind you guys that this channel is not or does not substitute for your doctor or any medical help or medical treatment that you may need. So if you think that you're
Hey everyone, sorry about that. This group is meant to support those of us that come and gather together to talk about issues that may be going on in our lives. It is not to substitute for any medical or professional advice or to be a place where you can even come to seek that. It is just simply to be a support to us all in these times of need in order to be able to have something to hold on to. So, Clarence, what's up, man? Did you have therapy this week? How was your therapy session, or how was your week, man?
I did, man. Every Wednesday at 4 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
we get together for a virtual appointment, and it was cool. I had to be honest with her. She's trying to work with me on two things: setting boundaries and having and creating a recovery day.
Hmm.
And I thought that was important. She says not only do I need to learn how to set boundaries, bro, but she says I need to communicate those boundaries specifically
Right.
or exactly, as opposed, because sometimes you can go around, beat around the
And
bush
beat
and say,
around it,
okay,
yeah.
well, yeah, this is what I mean, or what I'm trying to say is
Right.
no, just say
Yeah.
it. And she put it so plainly today. A lot of the things that she was saying, I told her that I was going to double on our show tonight. But the other thing she said, creating a recovery day, and I think that's important for a lot of us who are being pulled in a lot of different directions. Because when you create a recovery day, you are giving yourself an opportunity to let that muscle that you've been working all week or whatever it is, let that muscle relax. And what she said, which made a lot of sense for me, was she said that the recovery day is probably the most substantial day in building the muscle, giving the muscle an opportunity to relax. And so I'm gonna try that this week. Those are the two things that I got to try this week, and so I'm gonna try this week. And I hope that if somebody else is in that same shoe, I hope that you too would decide or try to create some boundaries, set some boundaries, but create a recovery day so that you can pull away and yeah, see all the
So
work that you've done and see how good you've done.
that's interesting because that segues perfectly into what we want to talk about tonight, which is happiness. So, what do you,
Yeah.
because boundaries, I know for me, and you're pretty much like the same type of person I am, boundaries is a tough thing to set, not because
Mm.
I'm a pushover or not because, um, not for any other reason other than, my care for people, right? And so that can chip away at that happiness. So I wanted to know, like, what type of boundaries are you planning to set that will ensure the increasing of your happiness, whatever that is that may look like for you.
Yeah. One of the things that's most important to me is quiet time. I love my quiet time. I need my quiet time, and that's an opportunity really for me to reflect and recharge. And sometimes I will allow myself to get so busy during the day that I really don't have an opportunity to just sit and just be with me. And so that's one of the things that I think I'm going to work on is, letting my and you know why I don't take a break or I don't allow myself to have quiet time. It's because I don't want to let anybody down, and so I'll lose sleep. I'll lose, excuse me, I'll lose out on a lot of things to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that I'm always present. And
Right.
so one of the things that I'm going to do this week in setting those boundaries is
What is a recovery day?
a recovery day is a day where you take time to recover from that week. Let's say you were working out and you were, an avid or an extremist when it came to making sure that you kept kept a workout regimen going. If you did that 7 days a week, your body never had a chance really to just rest. And you don't want your body to tell yourself when it's time to rest because that's when the body will crash. And so a recovery day is when you set aside a day to recover. Now, let's just say you're not the avid workout person. Maybe you're, a workaholic where you have three jobs because you have lots of children and you don't have an opportunity to slow down. Maybe you should schedule a day, 1 day, 2 days on all three of the jobs where you say, hey, I can't work this weekend on all three. And that weekend you just sit down and relax because you have to give yourself an opportunity to rebound, to recover, to recharge, to reflect. And so that's, the essence of a recovery day.
Awesome. Uh, Lowe said, quiet time is so important because you talked about that quiet time that you need
Yeah.
to take for yourself. And I find that quiet time is so important too, because sometimes I just need to get to myself to gather my thoughts and
Hmm.
allow them to be uninterrupted for a minute um, in order to gather my thoughts. So yeah, I just want to catch up real
Yeah.
quick.
Quiet time is important. Yeah.
Jeanette Mason, who hasn't been with us for a few weeks, but we're glad you're back. She said that
Thank you, Nat.
boundaries, I've learned to say, let me think about it, rather than give a quick yes or no. I love helping people, but sometimes people will take advantage.
Yeah, that's so true. I like that. I might have to incorporate that in my own lingo. Let me think about it. I did used to use "Let me pray about it" a lot. Now it worked. It worked because when if somebody asks you something foolish and you say "Let me pray about it," they know I. And so yeah, I like that, Jeanette. Appreciate it. Good to see you back.
Yeah, somebody has. Did you always say, I think YouTube may be trying to set some boundaries, LOL.
Right.
or Comcast with my internet
Somebody.
trying to set some boundaries. Courtney
But don't
said,
forget to
go ahead.
don't forget to go to Sleeto.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
want to come?
yep. We remember we got the new website, but I'm gonna tell them that. One
Oh,
second.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm working on the same thing. It's crazy. I'm always making sure everybody is happy and not thinking of my own happiness. Um,
Yeah.
and that brings us right back to
Yeah.
the topic of tonight. So I appreciate you, Courtney, for commenting that. Um, and Courtney is a mom, single mom. So that whole dynamic of like pleasing everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and forgetting your own happiness. And so one of the questions that I wanted to pose tonight was what stands in your way of happiness? And Courtney opened it
Mm-hmm.
wide up, talking about having to provide for other people and please other people. That's a real barrier, and a lot of times we don't want to say that. We don't want to admit that, but I appreciate the courage to that. If you have something that you want to comment anonymously, there's a web address in the comments on the screen right now, radouglas.com/MIA. You'll see a green tab pop up. You can comment anonymously there, and then we will populate your anonymous comments and we'll be able to share them that way. In the meantime, we'll continue with the comments that we have here. Jeanette said again, setting boundaries with family is the hardest for me. You almost feel obligated to support them. So, Clarence, you have
Mm-hmm.
you're